Hello YouTube. Just in Great Scott's second part of his DIY beer fridge, and I haven't been able to get the video done that I wanted to get out today, so I thought let's do a quick look at this and build a small fridge in about an hour. Obviously it's going to take a little bit longer than an hour on my end. Got to do some testing first. So anyway, this is an all-in-one peltier cooling element and heat sinks and fans all in one. I can't remember what the eBay listing was because I bought this quite a while ago. I can't actually remember if I've actually done a video on this before. Regardless, the large heat sink is for the hot air, the exhaust you could say, and the small heatsink and fan is for the cold side. Now you can buy these, you can buy this in separate pieces if you wanted to, but for £15 at the time, for a fully assembled one is not a bad idea. And obviously you have 3 reds, 3 blacks, 3 positives, 3 negatives, and you connect them all up and it works basically. So let's have a look. The temperature in here is 17.2 degrees. Where's the end? I'm going to see if I can wedge this in the cold side. I'm going to set it going. Might have some trouble sticking it in here, but I'll find a way. And we'll see if this picks up the temperature drop. Right, so I've got my trusty lithium iron phosphate pack out, and I've just noticed it's a little bit darker in there now. So I'm just going to start this off. So at 15.5 degrees, it dropped a bit because I wafted it around a bit. And so I'm just going to find that positive lead. I'll plug that in. And away it goes. Drawing about 5 amp. Obviously there's 2 fans in the peltier element, and that might drop as this becomes less efficient. And I'm going to leave it for about, I don't know, let's say 5 minutes. And I'll come back and we'll have a quick look. Right, so we're about 5 minutes in now, and you can see the temperature's dropped to 0.4 degrees. I did actually remove the fan from the top, so the top fan is not blowing the cold air away. And if you look very closely, you can actually see the ice is starting to build up on the cooling element. Now, there is a lot of other uses you can use one of these setups for. If you had this whole thing inverted and say on a timer over a container, you could say have it on for 10 minutes. The ice would form on the outside, then have it switch off, and the heat will very quickly transfer from the warm heatsink, which is touch warm. If I had another temperature sensor, we could check this out. So after 10 minutes it would switch off, and any heat would transfer through the peltier cooler element onto the heatsink, melt the ice, and it would drip into, say, a container, giving you a 12-volt dehumidifier. And I think Audi did one last year for about £30, which is not a bad deal, to be honest. So we can see the ice forming on there, and the temperature is now minus. There we go. We're going to the minus figure, so the ice will very quickly build up on this element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for another 5 minutes now, and we're going to see just how much ice builds up. And after 5 minutes, as you can see, there's plenty of frost on there. That was the floorboard. So if we turn this off very quickly, there it was the floorboard. I think it's minus 2.2, and this will very quickly disappear. Yeah, as you can see, it's all gone, and the temperature is now up to 2.8 degrees, so the heat does go very, very quickly. Right, so for our cheap DIY fridge, you could pick up a polystyrene box from, let's say, a fish market or supermarket. This is one that cat food gets delivered in. It's delivered frozen. So all we have to do to make this into a very simple fridge without any sort of temperature control is just to cut a 40mm hole. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So now we have the item connected on the outside of the box. The fan is running. The inside box temperature is 16.5 degrees. Let's just pop that in there and leave it for an hour. And come back and see just how much the air temperature has cooled. Alright, so as you can see, I actually changed the setup after I started and set it going again. Reached 1 hour 3 minutes and we've hit 8.6 degrees. I mean, that isn't bad really for a 4 to 5 amp setup. I mean, if you were to put a warm beverage in here, it would probably take a lot of time to cool down. I mean, I'm going to leave this running for another hour just to get another reading. Just at the end, let the camera carry on time lapse and see if it comes down any further. So this is a very basic setup. I mean, we could put a temperature sensor in here. I'm pretty sure I have got one somewhere. So we're going to leave it going for another hour or 53 minutes. So we're fast approaching the 2 hour limit, and basically the temperature hasn't changed much in the last hour, so it's sort of reached its limit. But I'm sure if we run it for 24 hours that would drop even lower, even though 8.5 degrees is quite a good feat. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment and rate, and I'll see you in my next video.